This is Mr. V. Welcome to this video on surveying and ties. Here we have the last set of field notes. And again, we can see our main survey line, A to B, and this time it's 60 meters long. Now this time, we have these measurements, but they're obviously not perpendicular, so they're not offsets. We also don't have any bearings. So these have got to be distances. So how do we work this out? Firstly, we actually have a specific name for these distances when they're not perpendicular, and we call them ties. And back in the olden days, when you would have a stake at the beginning and a stake at the end, and you tie a rope between them, and then you would tie ropes from these markers to the objects. You'd actually physically tie these ropes and measure how long the ropes were. And that's why we call them ties. But how do we use these ties to draw an accurate map? Now let me again begin by stating the scale I'm going to use and by drawing out the main survey line, which of course is just an imaginary line that the surveyors made, A to B. And at A, we measured the tree to be 16 meters away. I could take my ruler and measure 16 meters and put the tree there. But we don't know if that's the correct position, or maybe that's the correct position, or maybe it's actually over here. Maybe that's the exact position. We don't know. So what we're going to have to end up doing is use a compass. So a compass is one of these, one of the drawing compasses. And the way we'll use this is by measuring out 1.6 centimeters, which are 16 meters, on the compass, which is that much. I'm going to put the point at the point where we're measuring from, and I'm going to draw a circle using my compass. And any point on this circle is a possible location for this tree. The only way we'll know the exact distance is by using a second point, which we're given. When our surveyor was 2 centimeters or 20 meters down the track, he took another measurement, and this time the tree was 12 meters away. So 12 meters, I'm going to put that on my compass. So I'm going to put the point at 0, and I'm just going to make the pencil be at 1.2 centimeters, 12 meters. And again, I'm going to put the point down on where we're measuring, and then use the pencil to draw the circle. And where they cross over, that's where the tree is. And our field notes obviously show the tree on the right, so we're going to pick this right crossover point. There is our tree. We then do the same with this shed over here. So the shed was 8 centimeters away. So let me measure it out. 8 centimeters. And let me draw the circle of possible solutions. We gotta keep going. Be careful that they don't slip. And again, anywhere along here could be that corner. We'll then use the second measurement, which was at 14 meters. And there, the measurement was 14 meters, or 1.4 centimeters. Now I'm going to find where they cross over. Now, of course, if you're smart enough, you don't have to draw full circles, but I do them all to show all of the working. Now, you gotta be careful to not confuse circles. It is this inner circle and the one we just drew, that give us the corner of our shed. And we're told that this shed is actually parallel to the survey line, just drawn dodgily. So we can actually go in and draw up the shed. 8 millimeters and 4 millimeters, and then I'll finish off the shape. There we go, there's the shed. So now we have this building and this tree on an accurate scale map. And that's how you draw scale maps from ties.